Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror. Grab your college ID and your cherry Coke.
It's time to see if it works out for the dipshit in the mask.
This movie was full of excellent lines.
So many one-liners.
So many good lines.
Oh, it really, it was actually pretty easy to come up. I still spent an embarrassingly long amount of time coming up with our silly little intro.
I appreciate that you spent the time on that. It was a good one.
It sets the tone, you know, but we'll see. What do you think it's going to work out for the dipshit in the mask?
I don't. Having seen 5 Scream movies previous to this, I don't think it's going to work out.
You're a franchiser now. You're with the rest of us.
I am. Do you think there will ever be a Scream movie? I hope not. Where they don't reveal who the killer is at the end, and then they're they do a part 2. That would be the worst. Never do that. Scream.
Or
never do that.
Ghostface wins. No.
That'd be dark.
No, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
Stop playing the game.
Agreed.
We can't figure out a new way to surprise us. You just gotta stop.
I mean, I will say that God, I'm so bad at the character names in Scream and so good at character names in literally everything else. Not Tara's sister. What's literally the main character of the movie.
Sam.
What is her name? Sam. Thank you.
For a second I was like, oh, whenever anyone asks me a name, my brain is like, you will not know the name. Da, 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 da. I swear that's the track that's playing.
I get it. I understand that. It's but you got it. But you remembered for me, Sam.
It's not a very memorable name.
No, it's not.
It's just a normal name.
Not. But Sam at some point is in the mask.
Yes.
And it works out for her. I wouldn't call her a dipshit, but she is in the mask.
Yeah.
She does great.
And I think Sydney's put the mask on before, or did she just put the robe on in the first one?
That's a really excellent question.
I've seen the first one, and for how much I love it, I get things wrong still. I think she puts on the full
Well, you're
shebang.
trying to keep 6 movies straight, Ashley.
It's also things do tend to blur together.
So, wait, 6 movies, and at this point, 17 stab movies that happen in universe. So
I know.
It's a lot.
I know. It really is. It really is. Well, welcome to our discussion of Scream 6. Is everyone sick of us talking about Scream yet?
Too bad. There's still another week.
I know. Still another week, and then a bonus episode for those who choose to partake in our paid Substack.
Just gonna be
we'll see how that episode goes, because then we're going to be comparing the different Screams within the franchise and will we be able to keep them straight? I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm already ready for this in my head. I was ready to come in for this episode, and then I was wait, we have to wait till after 7. And I was wait, we're doing a bonus episode on this. You can't talk about it, Sarah.
I know, we've still got weeks to go, which is kind of awesome. I thought that we would kind of falter and be what are we going to talk about this week? But it's been fun and different vibe kind of every time, which is awesome.
It really has. Yeah, it's a good franchise for this.
Yeah, and speaking of vibes, we gotta take it down a notch. We've got just a couple things in our mind that we just want to talk about, and I feel like we're one of many people who are I don't want to get political. We've said we don't want to get political, and we're not ever going to get political. This is more of a we're speaking to anyone and everyone, and I know we don't have a huge platform, but it's we're out here, we're talking, we're creating things, and we just want to share in the general sadness and outrage the world is presenting us with. We're this episode will be coming out kind of in the future, so we're in this weird time warp. So here's hoping that come February it's a little less tough out there. Let's manifest that energy. But I mean, here recording at the end of January, it's just we feel it with you guys. If anyone else is out there just feeling super heavy and having trouble just making it, just doing things and living life, and it's just a really hard time to be in the United States right now.
A human in the United States.
And in other parts of the world too. It's just
very true.
It's just I don't know, my hearts go out to everyone else. I just I feel I feel the pain of the world. It's really hard. It's hard logging on, it's hard logging off. It's like you feel like
Mhm.
you're not saying enough, doing enough, but then also like you need to care for your own mental health and well-being and like continuing to function. Like we still have to go to work, we still have to do this and that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's tough.
It's tough, and it's a weird spot to be in then to be like, "Oh, like, let's do something really silly that we're putting out there in the
Right.
world," and I'm so, like, happy to have that for us.
Yeah.
For us to have that space, and B, to put that out there for whoever, maybe this is a small bright spot for, but, like, without ignoring what's going on.
Yeah, we are far from ignoring, like, I'm sure everyone can tell that we, have our struggles, have things on our mind, and we play a lot of things off with humor, as I'm sure many who who listen to this also do, and have these outlets that are, maybe different. I think that's something that comes up in our podcast a lot is, like, horror as an outlet and, like, how is this, a good release or, like, a fun thing to
Mhm.
talk about, but I don't know, I think that it is just such a fun escape, but then, like, when the horrors of life are real, it's like, "Oh my gosh," it's like we need that escape more than ever, so we gotta cling to
Yeah.
these, like, little bits of fun, and I don't know, it feels like a resistance in a way, right, to keep, like, trying to have a good time and, like, talk to your friends and just express your feelings, and even when you feel like shit, kind of showing up and trying to create something. I don't know, it's hard. It's just, like,
It's
really
hard to
hard
find the
right now.
balance.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
so hard. So, I don't know, we just kinda wanna share, like, our sadness and, like, utter disgust with the US government and everything that it
Yes.
stands for right now, and just know that we're here if anyone wants to, like, send us a message or, like,
Mhm.
wants to just, like, chat about something random, we're here. We're
We
friendly.
are.
We love you. Stay strong.
Stay
Or
strong
stay
and
whatever, just
yeah,
keep on
stay.
keeping
Yeah,
on.
you don't have to be strong. Just
No, just
yeah,
stay.
just
Just stay.
stay. Just
That's it.
stay.
That's it.
Um, and while the mood is a little low right now, but also speaking of so many bright spots, this episode will come out several weeks after we all heard the news that Catherine O'Hara passed away today or
Yeah.
recently. And she was in some of the movies that like most exemplify what we're talking about, like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice for one, but Nightmare Before Christmas, which we somehow haven't covered yet,
I
but
know.
like
It's
is
coming.
perfect for us. She was amazing. She obviously had so many other roles that everyone is obsessed with. Everyone is
Yeah.
doing a Schitt's Creek rewatch right now, as you
Mm.
should be. She was amazing, but and brought like so much joy in so many ways, in ways that I hope that we do on a very small scale.
Yeah.
So just wanted
Yeah, she
to
was wonderful.
acknowledge
Wonderful.
Catherine today.
Yeah, just to, like, have lived a life where you brought so many people so much joy, like,
Yes.
what a just way to live life. That's amazing, and
Yeah.
yeah, she's fantastic, she'll be missed, so
Love her.
yeah, absolutely. Well, we gotta get out of our funk and
Here we
we
go. Here
gonna
we
try to
go.
practice what we preach. We're gonna try to have a little fun. Like I said, we're manifesting a better February when this comes out. Towards the end of February, we're gonna be prepped and ready for the release of Scream 7. It's actually
Oof.
gonna come out the day after this episode comes
That's
out.
perfect.
That
This is
is
perfect.
really exciting. So we're going to do our like we'll go see it in theaters separately, but like spiritually we're
Mhm.
together.
And spiritually, we found out that we get, like, the same exact snacks when we go to the movies, which we didn't realize.
So fun. It's so fun. We probably did that like all the time growing up and just have
That's
forgotten.
a good point because we definitely went to the movies a bunch
And I'm sure I've
together.
gotten Milk Duds forever, and you probably have too.
Same.
We probably just
Yeah, just
created this
forgot.
habit together. Do you know what would be cute though, is I'm most likely going to go watch this at the movie theater that we would go to
Oh
as
my
little middle
god, I didn't
schoolers.
even
It's still
think about
there.
that.
I know, because I recently moved back to, very close to where we grew up, and so, yeah, that's the closest movie theater to me.
Wow. Oh my god,
Is
I love
isn't that
this.
cute? I can't wait, like,
Ah.
I'm gonna have nostalgia overload. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes,
I
okay, just,
cannot
like,
wait.
document the whole thing. Send me
I've got
pictures,
to.
like,
I've
walking
got
up to
to.
it and everything. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, except for the mall otherwise looks completely unrecognizable, but maybe that little
Yeah,
corner.
malls are dead. I know there's, like, a big, like, indoor go-kart
There's
facility
weird stuff in
now.
there.
It's
Malls are weird
weird.
now. They're so
But
strange.
I think the roller skating rink is still there.
No way. Didn't
I
that go
think
away?
so. I don't know.
I feel like maybe it did and then came back, or maybe I just
Yeah,
stopped caring and
I don't
now
know.
I care
It was
again.
just hidden on this, like, magical 2nd floor of the mall.
Yes, with laser tag.
Yes.
I always just wanted to play laser tag the whole time. I never wanted to skate because I wasn't very good at it, but
Neither was I. I fractured my wrist once.
oh my gosh, you did.
Yeah,
I
you remember
forgot about
that?
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not funny.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a rough
weird how, like,
place.
memories bubble up. You were kind of accident prone as a child.
Uncoordinated, I believe is what we would call that,
Ah,
yes.
well, tomato, tomato. Oh, you poor thing. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about Scream 6, shall we?
Please, I'm so
Ugh,
excited.
I am actually really excited about this too, which is just really funny how excited we both are. So, Scream 6 was released on March 10th, 2023. Why? This is a Halloween movie.
So funny.
What happened? I need to know. I had no idea that this was going to be like before and on Halloween, which they kind of
Right.
downplay. I don't know if they didn't edit to like downplay that a little bit. Like I feel like you could have gotten further into this being like the Halloween
Totally.
Scream, but like
Instead, it
released
was
in
just like a
March.
plot device to hide people in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Which was
Yeah.
cool. I'm totally enjoyed that, but like why were we not turning this up to 1,000? More Halloween, please.
I had no
Missed
idea.
opportunity.
Agreed.
Anyway, I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure it's really boring. So moving on. Scream 6 is rated 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb, and on Rotten Tomatoes, we've got a whopping 90% audience score and 77% for the critics.
I only agree with one of those scores, and that is the audience score.
The
Everyone
audience is
else is
always right.
wrong.
I'm always on the audience side. I'm such a whatever. Like I want to say like hipster, but that's when you think you're cooler. I'm just like the same. I just share like
You're
the
like the
opinion of the
anti-hipster.
masses.
It's
Yeah.
the opposite.
Yeah, for like most movies like this, I'm like, yeah, no, I just want to have a good time. Let's just have some fun. All right, and as per usual, Scream 6 is currently streaming, at least at the time that we record this, on Paramount Plus if you subscribe there. Otherwise, get it on DVD. Let's get the physical media going. Let's go back
I
in
want a
time.
box set of the Scream movies.
Yeah, I would say like once they're done making them, but like when will that be?
No, never. Never.
I mean, yeah, I really don't know when they'll stop, but I have to tell you that I, of course, saw this one in theaters as well. This time I was living in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I was in the Berkshires. Oh my gosh, I wore my Berkshires sweatshirt and I
You
didn't
knew.
even,
You're
no, I
such a
didn't.
vibe right now.
I just am like going off vibes alone. I like completely put this on and I was like, it's random that I'm putting this on, but now it all makes sense. Anywho, I have to tell you about the movie theater that I went to see this in because it was my favorite. Is one of the things I missed most about Pittsfield. Is called the Beacon Cinema. It's downtown. Adorable brick building. You go in through the little back entrance and you walk through this hallway. You already smell the popcorn. You've got the movie posters on either side. And then you go up into the elevator. They had like a little ice cream shop. This is the place with the heated
Oh,
recliners and
amazing.
new theater. So it's like a cute little indie theater. I don't know how indie it is, but it's not like Cinemark or any of those like big ones.
Yeah.
Um, but then it also has these like amazing, comfortable new seats. I feel like a lot of the indie theaters, you're like, I want to support you, but also like, this is uncomfortable.
Yes.
Why am I
Yes.
sitting completely upright on this like uncomfortable ass chair? I'm looking at you, Garden Cinemas in Greenfield, but whatever. I actually haven't been there in years. I don't know. It could be nicer now, but
I
I
haven't
remember that
been
one being
since high
so
school when my
uncomfortable.
boyfriend worked there.
Oh my gosh, he
PJ
did. And you
worked
went
there.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
Hung out there.
obviously. Okay, that's so funny. Yes, memories. Wow, we've known each other for way too long.
Very long time.
Like I like when we have conversations, I just time travel. I'm like, I'm in high school again. Oh, I'm in college again. Where am I? Where am I living? I don't know. But anyway, this movie theater was perfection. Also, for anyone out there who lives like a 10-minute drive from a movie theater, just like don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
Just don't. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I also, in the same building, would go to yoga there. They had yoga, a couple floors
Right.
above.
Oh, did
I
it smell
know.
like popcorn?
No, it didn't, but I would enjoy
Oh.
going at the same elevators. I'd walk in, and I kinda would just be like, "I wanna go to the movies instead of going to yoga, but I'll
Yeah.
go to yoga."
Eh.
It was usually on, like, a Saturday morning, there isn't even movies playing, so it'd be okay, but,
Yeah.
ugh, just the movies, man, you know? It can just be so good.
It
So
can
good.
it's be such a great experience.
Love it. I'm looking forward to getting out there again next month. Alright, your first experience watching this movie was for
4
this
4 days ago 4
for
days
this
ago,
podcast,
it was in my living room as with most movies for this
as is
podcast.
customary.
However, I do just wanna say, like, this is Scream 6. I you know, I've watched a lot of Scream movies in a very short period of
Yes.
time, and I just, like, kinda settled in, like, a little bit
Here
like,
we
"Okay, let's
go.
get this over with."
Yeah,
And I would say, like, 20 minutes into this movie, which you could probably tell from reading my notes, like, I was like,
yeah,
"Oh my god, do I like this movie? Like, am I
yeah,
really into this right now? Am I very
yeah,
invested?" So,
yeah.
it was a great watch regardless.
Oh, I loved reading through your notes. When you texted me that, you didn't, say whether like, you'd say, "I could tell if you liked it or not based
Yeah.
on your notes," but you didn't tell me if you liked it or not, so I had to go to the notes, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, she
The
liked it. She liked
suspense.
it."
You
Because there was
probably
one what was it, Scream 4, where you had, like 4 bullet points, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
gonna be a tough one."
that was I didn't have a lot to say there.
No, no, but we powered through, we got through, but no, this one is so fun. A lot of people just, like, there's, like, haters for every single one of the movies and haters for people outside the franchise, like, everyone's got problems. People love to pick about apart movies, like, we do that a
I
little
am
bit here
people,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's, like, not that we are immune to that,
Yeah.
but, like, let's just admit it, like, this is a really fun movie.
It's so much fun. Okay, first of all, it is the most interesting plot in a Scream movie since Scream 1.
Yeah,
It is it has the best writing
it's pretty
since
good.
Scream 1,
Yeah.
and also, like, it finally let itself go a tiny little bit from the Scream formula,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
in a refreshing way.
Yes, in, like, a fun, different way. I agree. I think that sums it up nicely, but let's dig into it. So,
Okay.
why don't we start from the beginning?
That's
That
not
would
what we
be
do here, Ashley.
You're like, "Hold on. Wow." Okay. I have to tell you, I saw this in theaters, right? Which is just immediately going to make this, like, an experience, right? Because 'Cause you're, like, immersed. You're there. You're in
Yeah.
the moment,
Mhm.
and only focusing on the movie, in theory, which is what you should be doing, right? That's what you should be doing, which is amazing. I loved this opening sequence. It was so different than the others to me, but, like, in a good way.
Yes. Mhm.
I have to tell you, the gasp that I gasped when Ghostface pulls off his mask.
Right? Like, you don't expect that. First of
I
all
was just like, wait, what? What is going on?"
First of all, can I say that I appreciate about both Scream 5 and Scream 6 that we didn't
Yeah.
do a fake out, "Oh, it's actually a stab movie" opening.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we have exited
Scream 4
that.
tried something, and
Yeah.
it was something. I mean, it was what
Yeah.
it was. It
Uh,
was yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad that they were like, "Okay, so that didn't really work for people."
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, it's like yeah, it was like a meta on meta explosion, and we were all left with
Yeah,
being like, "I don't
it was
what?"
too much.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was just kind of ended up being confusing.
I also don't want to move on from talking about the beginning without talking about A, that we get to hear Samara Weaving's actual Australian accent,
Oh,
which I thought
yeah.
was awesome. And then also, I can't let an opportunity pass without pulling a Lord of the Rings reference because we don't get to do that this often in this podcast. Samara Weaving is the niece of Hugo Weaving,
Hmm,
Elrond.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another nepo baby. I
Yeah,
did not know
everybody's a
that, but she's
nepo
like
baby.
right, right. Yeah, no, no. Truly. It's kind of shocking. I'm like, "Well, of course she is.
Yeah.
Everyone is." But
Yeah.
I did not know that. You put that there was a Lord of the Rings reference, and I rewatched the opening and was like, Where? But
Oh,
it's like
no,
she is
not
the
in that she
reference.
is the reference.
Okay.
She is
I was really racking my brain. I was like,
yeah.
"I don't see it, but
No,
she will tell me."
no.
Got it.
Yes, of course I
I
will.
I loved her. I thought she was fantastic. I thought that it was extremely relatable, like, everything that she was saying and doing on that phone call, like, how nervous she was about her
Yes.
first date, like, she is gorgeous. She is, like, literal perfection. She's a
Yes.
college professor, and she is so nervous for her
Yes!
her
And, like,
dating app
so
date.
embarrassed by the things coming out of her mouth, like,
It was so
it was
relatable.
great.
Yeah, I thought that that was so fun. So then we have this whole sequence that I thought was really great, and different, and of course ends up in her demise. We all knew when she was introduced. I was like, all right, yeah,
Totally.
she's gonna
Yeah.
be the opening girl. They like to have
Yeah.
it be like someone kind of big in Hollywood. They know they can't surprise us by like if they're gonna die or not. We knew that, but I thought that the way that um kinda lured her into the alley.
It
It
was
was
well
tough.
done.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was good, and then when he pulls off his mask, I could not handle it. So this was like I just, like, was like, "Where do we go from here? Like, what is
Yeah.
happening?" So then we go back to his apartment, and we have the whole, like, second intro kill scene. So we get double up, and then which I also thought was really fun, even the,
Mhm.
like, hotter, colder thing, I was like, "This
Yeah.
is kind of, like, intense and fun," and we knew that, like, obviously, he was not talking to his roommate. We all knew that,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah, the
we
voice
knew something else is
modulator
going on.
people.
Yeah. Yeah, why do the people who even use the voice modulators still think that, like,
Yeah,
other
come
people out there
on.
aren't getting them with the voice modulator? Like, it's gotta be my roommate. He's the only other person who knows about the
Yeah.
voice
I mean,
modulator.
they're, like, pretty unhinged, so
For sure.
maybe, yeah,
And I guess,
yeah,
like, yeah, his roommate it could have been his roommate. Like,
yeah.
he would
They're
be like
they're
he would
killing
be.
people or
Yeah.
planning to, yeah.
I know. Like, how do you find these friends? Like, I know it does happen in real life, but, like
They find them on Stab franchise chat boards, Ashley.
right, they're radicalized by Reddit, as I was through this podcast. Remember when I just didn't go on Reddit, and now I'm like, Reddit's so fun. It's so negative and
Yeah.
snarky, like, why did I not think I would like
It's
this?
perfect.
It is, it's so me. Okay. My also, like so the whole opening, it's setting the tone that I'm like, "I'm gonna like this movie." I
Yeah.
just can tell. I can tell already, and I love when you're watching a movie and, you can just tell that you're like, "This is gonna be my vibe." And the way that this opening sequence ended is with one of my favorite lines. We already talked about how the one-liners are so good. So, I forget this character's name. I wrote down all of the names in bold for myself. Um, Jason. Okay, so Jason is the Ghostface that has revealed himself.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and he is like getting stabbed to death. His roommate, the other almost ghost faced, was also chopped up in the fridge. No big deal. So I'm like, it's so fun. And he says something like, but what about the movie? We have to finish the movie. And the ghost face says, who gives a fuck about movies, right? As he slashes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, as a, like, movie lover, Scream lover, like, to just, like, attack the audience like that, it just gave me such delight.
It was great.
That was, like, meta chef's kiss. Oh my god.
Yes.
It was
This
so
one was, like,
funny.
a little bit less in your face, with the meta stuff, I think, like, it
Yeah.
had it in there,
Yeah.
and Mindy still had her meta moments, but, like, it said it was, like, kinda, like, sprinkled in, like, they trusted the audience here.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were, like, making fun of us. I'm like, "Yes.
Yeah.
Get after it.
Yes.
Get your little little jabs in there. It's so good. What a great opener." Um, another thing that I absolutely love about Scream 6, which includes the opening sequence, which I didn't even really put in my notes, but now that I'm thinking about it, that, like, this was like, a horror comedy, like, also a romantic comedy.
Yes. And this is like so, like, we did have Gale and Dewey, of course,
Yeah,
but, like, that was a different vibe
for sure.
than, like, an actual, like, kind of a rom-com in the middle of this one.
There was, like, several romantic plot lines. We had a lot of
Yeah.
couples, we had a lot of
Yeah.
flirtation. So the opening scene
Yeah.
is about dating, right? And then we have, Mindy and Annika. They were
Mhm.
so
They
cute.
were very cute.
I know, and you're sad, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just living in the moment of when they were really
Yeah,
cute at the
totally.
beginning, so
Yeah,
let's not
yeah.
get ahead of ourselves.
Mhm, mhm.
Then we had this romance brewing between Chad and Tara, also cute and surprising, like, Scream 5, we're just like, "Is
Yeah.
Chad okay? I don't know, he's kind of annoying,
Yeah,
he's
he
kind
was,
of a
like, a little
bro."
bit of a douchebag, yeah, yeah.
He's, like, he's cute in this one.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Yeah.
also kinda cute in the last one, like, he was pressuring his
Yeah.
girlfriend, and then we find out he's pressuring her to use, like, Find My Friend because
Yeah.
he wants her to be safe, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
No, he's got layers. He's great. And then we have this little fun flirtation going on between Sam and, quote, "cute boy."
Put some respect on his name. His name is Danny, and he was one of my favorite parts of this movie.
Okay. Listen, do you see? Have you looked at my notes?
No,
Have you looked at my notes?
I usually try not to. I like to react. I like
Oh.
to react
So
naturally.
then you call me out, and then I'm like, "Give
Yeah.
me a minute." Okay.
Yes.
Which brings me to, the next thing I wanna talk about, which is all of the incredible characters in this movie.
They're all so good.
There's so many. So we already talked about Samara Weaving, perfect opening
Amazing.
performance,
Yeah.
no notes,
Yeah.
no notes.
Mhm.
We've got the core 4, which we now call them the core 4.
And, like, they're a great core 4.
They are great. I am,
Yeah.
like, all about it, okay? I already expressed my love for Annika, played by Devin Nakota. She's also the first, Asian actress or, character, like, main
Yeah.
character in the franchise,
Yeah.
which is great. Cute boy, Danny Brackett, the
Danny.
neighbor/love slash love interest. I actually really was smitten with him. I had a total crush on him the first time I watched this in theaters. He really did it for me. And then I saw someone, like, making fun of him and, like, talking about his other performances in other shows, and then I, like, rewatched and, like, kind of got, like, the little bit of the ick for him.
Oh, so, like, the other things I've seen him in, he always just plays, like, someone who everybody thinks is hot, but he's really dumb. But
Okay.
I loved him with Sam. Like,
Yeah.
this is not a, like, me being thirsty situation. I loved him with Sam. Like, I remember in my notes, like, as I'm live watching this, be like, if the killer turns out to be Danny, I am
I
boycotting. Like,
know.
I'm not watching any more Scream. Like,
I know, like
I loved
yeah.
her, like, having that.
Yeah, like, can't we just have one nice boyfriend who's not
Ever.
actually a killer? So, yeah,
Yes.
in Scream 2, we had that. Sydney's boyfriend who died, unfortunately. He was
Oh,
nice.
yeah, that's
They tried to make
right.
him seem like the killer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Derek, I think his
Jerry
name.
O'Connell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, of course, I remember the character
yeah,
before the actor, but anyway.
yeah.
Okay. I meant to look up how to say, this name. Dermot Mulroney? I know
That's
him,
my best
obviously.
guess.
Okay, I
I
just, like
was so excited to see him.
me too, I know him, I know his face, I've never met a Dermot before, so apologies if I'm
It's
mispronouncing
an
that.
interesting name,
It
Dermot.
is, it is.
Dermot. Yeah. So I just like, a month ago did my annual Family Stone rewatch for Christmas
Oh,
time. He's
yeah.
so good in
You
that.
watch that annually? I can't
Um
wait for Courtney to listen to this because that is, like, the movie that makes her the most uncomfortable in the world.
It is uncomfortable, yet I
It's so
still love
uncomfortable.
it.
It
I
is
mean,
like
it's not an annual, but that's like an every 2 to 3 years for
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Christmas cringe is, the
Yeah.
category of that film. It is good, though. There's something about
Yeah.
watching cringe family dynamics unfold that
Well, it
makes
all just,
you
like, comes up to, like, such a good crescendo
it
in
does, and
that
you're just, like,
movie.
glad you're not there, you know?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
kind of like horror in that way. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, look,
Right?
could
It's
be
kind of
worse.
the same. It
Could
gets
be
you
more
they
uncomfortable."
both make you feel physical emotions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, loved seeing him here. I was excited from the very beginning.
Yes, Detective Bailey, that was fun, and then we have
Mm.
Agent Kirby Reed.
That was awesome.
So I don't know if you noticed in Scream 5, I watched it several times. There was, like, a little Easter egg. So there's this one part, this other, like, meta moment where it's the 2, it's a YouTube clip, and it's when, Richie is watching YouTube,
Mhm.
and we see a little he's watching YouTube, and it's the Dead Meat Podcasters, but they're called, like, something else on that. So it's, like, an
Okay.
actual
Yeah.
podcast that I've listened to. Awesome. And we've actually, I think, talked about, the one of them does, like, the kill counts, and I've talked about that
Yeah,
before.
mhm, mhm.
Yes, so yeah, they're great, and they had this, like, little moment, which must have been so fun to be, like, asked, like, "Can you do a little cameo on
Yeah.
Scream?" It was so good,
For the
but
record, we're open and available for that for Scream 8.
yeah, can you imagine? That'll be the day. Okay, that'd be really fun though. And so, like, on the suggested, videos, there's a little clip that's like Woodsboro survivor Kirby Reed or something, and it has her face. So they kind of
Oh,
revealed that she was alive, must have already been planning to try to get
love
her back for this
it.
one, and then they got her back, which was
It's awesome.
amazing. So fun. I don't know why, but the first time I watched the movie, I kinda had, like, a flip-flop. So, like, I really loved Danny the first time, and I felt, Kirby was, like, kinda cringy to me.
Oh,
And now, like, the
interesting.
more I watch it, the less she bothers me, but
Okay.
I don't know if it's, like, the acting, like, I just think, like, she's so, like, effortless, cool high schooler in Scream 4, and then in here, it's like, she's, like, kinda trying to be tough, like, she feels like she's fronting to me a little bit or
I mean,
something.
she went through a huge trauma, Ashley cut her a
Yeah.
break.
No, no. That should make her more effortless cool, like, you don't need to act tough, you survived being stabbed. You don't need to act tough, we know you're tough, girlfriend.
Mhm, that's
I guess
fair,
she's also
that's
a small
fair.
blonde and a woman, so she probably does
Yeah,
have
in
to be fronting a
in
little bit.
law enforcement,
Right, yeah,
yeah,
whatever, I take it
yeah.
back. Anyway, I don't know, it just was, like, a little, for me.
Yeah, yeah, well,
I
it's
wanna
okay.
bring up Jason Carvey again, played by Tony Revolori, just because I want to mention that Mindy called him that chode from our film class. But also
Mindy has many of the best lines in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah. Also, he was just great in that role. I thought he handled that performance very nicely. Um, the last thing I wanna talk about in terms of characters is we have no Sydney, no Nev Campbell for the first
Yeah,
time.
it was
How did you feel about
surprising.
that? Yeah.
I felt okay, it has really started to feel forced that it always has to be about Sydney, and especially
Mhm.
with where they took this plot, like, it wouldn't have made sense for her to be there, and then, like, once Sydney shows up, it's the Sydney show,
Yeah.
obviously, and, like, that's not well, I think one of the things that made this movie as good as it was that she wasn't in it this time.
Yes. So I knew going in that she wasn't gonna be in it because 'cause I'm,
Mhm.
like, immersed in the the
Yes.
franchise happenings.
Naturally.
Um, and I was a little nervous. I was like, "Is this gonna be weird? Like, I don't know. Am I
Yeah.
gonna like it?" And also Dewey being killed off in
Mhm.
Scream 5, we're left with one legacy character, Gale.
Who is the one I would like to be left with, for the record.
In theory, I love Gale. I thought it was so dumb that they had her come back with, like, literally the same dumb,
Yes.
like, "Oh, I wrote the book," and just so that they can,
Yeah.
like, swing at her. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I wasn't that sad about Dewey, so I wrote the book because like, someone was gonna write it. Like,
Yeah.
come on, we couldn't
That
come up
was
with anything
lazy.
different.
I was
Yeah, that
lazy.
was I thought that was the laziest part of the
Yeah.
entire movie, like, she wouldn't. Like, I don't
No.
believe that. I don't buy that for 1
Gail has
second.
grown.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it also they had made it this, like, whiplashy of, like, "Oh, now we forgive Gale and we're trying to save her." Like, all is
Yeah, that
forgiven.
was
It was
weird.
just
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm glad that they brought it back relatively quickly, but it's just like, we
Yeah.
didn't even need to do that. We could have
They
caused a little
yeah.
stir. I don't know, she could have been maybe still news broadcasting, and they could have been like, "I don't want an interview," or, like, like,
Yeah.
something along the but she didn't write a book. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's just
agreed.
such a Gale line. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Courtney Cox was still excellent,
Yeah,
but
she was.
they did that character wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
did not love that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, very happy with the characters. I thought that made the movie lots of fun relationships, lots of fun banter,
Yeah.
and then we also have a really fun setting. So we're in New York City.
So when you told me, whenever it was that this one was set in New York, I was kind of like, oh, like that's not gonna like. It's one of the things I love about this is how cozy it is, and it's small
Yeah.
towns, or like the Hollywood one was super campy. Oh my god, I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought that somehow the city setting was super cozy, and I think
Yes.
that some of that for me personally is that I went to college on a city campus that was just like part of the city like this one, and like every time they walked into somebody's apartment and it was like a 4-story walk up that was like a pretty old
Yeah.
building, like I don't know, everything about that I loved it being in New York.
Yeah, I really loved it too. As someone who has not lived in New York, I've always had the New York fantasy. I think like so many people do, right? Where you just
Yeah,
wonder what your life would be like. Like
of
what would I be like as a New
course.
Yorker? Like what kind of
Yes.
person would I be? What kind of life would I be living? And we've all like had the New York City trips where we kind of get a taste of that and like
Yeah.
getting a little slice of pizza around every corner, 12 slices of pizza later, and getting on the subway and just all the things you see. And I thought the way that it was shot was really cozy and like all the friendship was cozy. Like I love that like all four of them went to the same college and they were all hanging
Yeah.
out and they had like the little like core four sleepover. It
I
was kind of like
know.
like scary as they were trying to be safe
Yeah.
and not get stabbed and then like it happened anyway, but it started out so cute and cozy.
It was cute.
I really loved it, and then we had so many other, like, amazing little city scenes that we just, like, haven't seen this kind
Yes.
of, like, Ghostface action before, so we start off, like, with the bodega scene, which I thought was
Right?
so intense, like,
Yeah.
Ghostface gets his hands on a shotgun. That
Yes.
was crazy.
Mhm.
That was really good. I also really enjoyed when they, Sam, and Tara, sorry, I just combined their names.
Oh, it's
There you
me.
go. Sam and Tara. So Sarah walk into the bodega.
We'll have to call them Tam.
There you
Sorry.
go, Tam. I don't know why, but I don't like that.
No, it's not as
Um,
good.
so they walk in and they're like freaking out because Ghostface is already after them. And one of
Mhm.
the like New Yorker guys is just like, there's a line here, girls. It felt so New York to me that
Yes.
they would not like these hysterical girls would not phase them. They just be like, you gotta just get to the back of
Yeah.
the line. Like that's
Yeah.
their only concern.
That man does immediately step in front of them when it looks
Yes.
like
Which is
somebody's
so
causing
exactly what this
trouble.
type of guy would do. Like, he's not
Yes.
actually a jerk. He's just is like, I can't deal with
Yeah.
you right now. Like, you need to get to the back of the line."
Yeah.
But then when there's actual trouble, he, like, steps up and is
Yeah.
like, "Let me try to
And
do something
then
about
and then
this."
he gets got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
bodega owner who's, like, saves them basically or
I
tries to, and
know.
then I know, that was sad.
Yeah.
Ugh,
So a lot
but
of there's a I don't know, do we have, like, a kill count ranking across all the Scream movies? This
oh,
one
I'm
felt
sure
high
someone
to
does.
me.
It did. It felt
Yeah.
like, I don't know, just some we had some throwaway ones, like the
Yeah.
psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
jerk,
Yeah,
so
he
whatever,
was
but
real creepy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he
we
was
were
bad.
not supposed to like him.
Right.
It
They
was
nailed
that
it.
was clear.
Yeah, yeah, he was a total doofus, but there were some
Yes.
other sad ones, but, um yeah, like Aniko. I don't think we even talked about that. We
Yeah.
kinda just said that we got I was
Yeah.
like, "Don't be sad yet. We'll be sad later." And then I don't think, like,
Yeah.
I bring it up later in the notes because I think I just block it out from my memory. But that one was really
That was
sad. She, like,
yeah.
kinda
She was
saves
so close,
Mindy.
yeah.
I know, and just ooh, but they show that one with the knife and the
Yeah.
oh god. The fact that she kept moving after that was
Yeah.
a feat of science.
Yeah.
But that was really sad.
It
I
was
felt
very
like they
sad.
were the kind of couple that would have kept going. They would have made it through
I
college
know.
and
Yeah.
ugh,
They
sad
were good.
face.
They were a good pairing.
Well, anyway, we're sad again, but let's let's move on to the next New York moment that I really appreciated, which was Gail's apartment.
Yeah.
So obviously she just has like a really nice, clean, fun
Yes.
apartment. I just really enjoyed this whole sequence because I like when movies tell me things, and then I'm like, "Thanks for sharing." You know, we don't really like being, like, played to like we're dumb, but there's a line that's built in saying like, "Oh, we haven't like, we should have spoken before this because
Yeah,
Ghostface
see,
calls
that would have
her."
been too deep for us
Yeah,
to, like, realize we're at
to
Scream
put that
6.
together.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but then you're like, "Whoa, they haven't." You, like, stop to think, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, yeah, that's really fun," and
Mhm.
then she does a couple great lines. Gail has some great lines in this one too.
Yes.
So, they're talking on the phone, they're doing their little cat and mouse thing, and then she says, "Could you hold, please?" And you see her ghost face on the other side, it's like, "Huh?"
I love when anyone talks back to him on the phone. He's always,
Yes,
like,
or hangs up on
so, like,
him.
kerfluffled by it.
Right. He's like, "Wait, my script, but my script."
Yeah.
I also like just thinking of Ghostface as his own separate entity, but it's like all of these different people,
I
but
know, but it's not,
it's
it's not,
Ghostface. It's
yeah.
Ghostface because there's
Yes.
always all these other flavors of Ghostface, but at the end of the day, it's all Ghostface, right?
Can I confess something to you?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we're talking about Ghostface, in my head, Ghostface and the killer from I Know What You Did Last Summer in the fisherman costume, I get them mixed up.
Oh gosh, after all this time, we're on Scream
After all
6.
this time. Only in
I
the
can
sense of, like, when we're having conversations about, like, oh, people trying to say, like, oh, well, like, it must have been this ghost face this time and then this one at this time, like, once we get the reveal, that's when I get confused because when in the last I Know You Did Last Summer, it was the two of them and it was I don't know. I'm sorry, Ashley.
I'm trying to think of a way to defend you, but I can't. I feel like usually I'm like, "It's okay, you know, blah, blah, blah," and I'm just like, "I don't get
These
it."
are all
I don't
new to
know.
me, okay?
It's okay, you're doing great. We
Thank
are, like,
you.
bombarding you with cozy horror. See there, I'm defending you. A
Yes.
lot of movies.
Thank
This is
you.
a lot of Scream. I've had years to digest this. Many years.
It's true.
You're
It's
doing great,
true.
sweetie.
Thank you. I need to hear that.
Why don't you share your favorite line from Gale? I think you put this one in.
Oh. Oh, well, oh, yes. When she she goes, "How's that for nostalgia, fucker?"
That's so good.
It was great
It's so
because that's
good.
another, like that is another call out of Scream fans. That
Mhm.
is another, like, "You guys, we are the fuckers here."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, like, I am, like, eating this up. I'm like, "Come for us."
Yes.
It's so like, we deserve it because they went into the whole toxic fandom in Scream 5, and it's like,
They
I don't
did,
know about
yeah.
that. But this, I'm
That was
like,
a little
"Yeah.
too much. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
This one was
deserve
just, like,
this.
overall a
It's
more
so
nuanced
fun."
and subtle movie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you earned it, you earned it. Film writers. Who wrote this one? Did you look it up? You usually look that up.
Not Kevin Williamson,
Okay. Which
I don't
is
think, but he is directing Scream 7, which
yes,
is
I'm really curious to
interesting.
see how that goes. Did he
Yeah,
write? We yeah, we'll do on a little tangent here.
he wrote most of the Scream movies, but I don't think he
Right.
wrote 5 and 6. Hold on.
Okay. That would make sense. They do kind of have a different vibe.
Yes. He wrote the 1st, the 2nd, and the 4th. And then
Hmm.
he is directing and co-writing Scream 7.
Okay. So this
Yes.
Scream 7 is like a Kevin William a Palooza, Williamson a Palooza. That's
I
not a word I can
I'm
do.
excited. I'm curious if he's co-writing it with the people who wrote 5 and 6 cuz
That's a good
they're
question.
they're killing it. They're doing a great
Yeah.
job.
Mhm. I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Um, Onward with the great New York aspects. I loved the subway scene.
Oh,
I loved it.
yes. Yes. They did it
I was
right.
so scared in the theaters.
Yes.
The lights going on and off, everyone in costume. It was fun little, like, pop culture Easter eggs of, like, what else would people be wearing? It was fun
Yeah.
to look at other people's costumes, and then there's multiple ghost faces, which when you think about it, is actually, like, really messed up.
So dark. It's really messed
You
up.
think about the
It's
Stab franchise in general, it's like it's not
yeah.
actually fun anymore. Like, if we would
No.
not be talking about Scream if this were based on real events.
I mean, like, probably not, but people are really obsessed with true
I
crime.
know, but,
I don't
like,
know.
in a different way though, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Either
not
it's,
even
like,
like I
slightly more
dislike
respectful.
true
Yeah.
crime. It's just more of a,
Yeah.
like, kinda listen, but we're not, like, like, I'm not wearing, like, a Jeffrey Dahmer sweatshirt, but I will wear a
Right.
Ghostface sweatshirt
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah. Well, thank God they are not based on real things. But yeah, the
I
subway
know.
scene is, like, probably the first time I've been scared in a Scream movie since the Drew Barrymore scene.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the Drew Barrymore scene is so scary.
yes, yeah, that I told you I had to, like, stop
You
watching
needed,
that
like, a
one the
minute,
first
yeah.
time. It was, like, a little too much for me, and since
Yeah.
then, like, I don't know, the rest of the scenes, like, no matter how much I've liked it, none
There's
of them
not
are,
that
like,
much
really
tension.
scary, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's so much
Yeah.
tension in this scene.
Yes.
It's really well done and built up, and, I remember the actress's name who plays Mindy, but her acting in this is so
Gosh,
great.
I looked it up before this because I was like, I never said the actress's name last episode, and now I really
I wrote
need
it down
to.
somewhere too, maybe even in my notes. Did I? No, I just
Her
wrote the core
name
four.
is Jasmine Savoy Brown. She
Yeah,
is
she's
an
great.
absolute highlight of 5 and 6. She's
Agreed.
amazing.
Agreed. Because with a character like Randy, who I talk about loving every single episode,
Yeah,
am I
of
getting
course.
repetitive?
No.
It's hard to, like, then put someone in that place and have
Mhm.
us, 1, just not be enraged, and 2, actually like them. She does both.
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic. Different
Excellent
enough.
job.
It's not like a regurgitation of Randy.
No.
She's a different character, but she's great. I love her.
Agreed. Amazing.
Let me see when I lose my momentum. Okay. Last but not least, in my, like, let's have a fun time bopping around New York City, we have the Ghostface slash stab museum, shrine, whatever you want to call it, where all of Act 3 takes place. Ugh. Like, this is when I like, you have free will. When you're writing movies, like, you can have a stab Ghostface shrine museum in an old abandoned movie theater in the outskirts of New York City. You can do this.
You
You can do
can
it.
do this, and they
I loved
did.
it. I loved it. It's so silly. It's so over the top. Like, how is there this abandoned movie theater? How is no one else? Like, why aren't there a
Right?
million
Like,
squatters in
it
there? Like,
doesn't
what is
matter
going
where in
on?
New York it is, that is prime real estate.
That is fantastic. Also, it just, like, it was so cute, but I was like, "It doesn't matter. I don't care. I love it. I love it."
Yeah.
I'm so
It
glad that that's where Act
was
3 was. It was so fun, and that was fantastic nostalgia. They're just bringing in
yes.
all of this other stuff, all these props, and mm,
It was well done. It was
so
also
good.
a slightly more grounded way to bring Skeet back.
Yes.
And I really appreciated how we got Billy as a character this time because
Yeah.
it wasn't a like, ooh, I'm winking and I'm kind of a good guy, even though remember I'm a terrible serial killer. This time he
Right.
is like definitely sinister. Sam is definitely struggling with it.
Right.
Like, I felt like what they did here is exactly what I was asking for in Scream 5.
I agree. Like, I think it would have been hard to have the CGI Billy be as acceptable if they hadn't kind of established a baseline in Scream 5, but I see what you're
I don't
saying.
know. I've got the big ick from
I know. No, no,
Scream
no.
5.
I think they could have, like, done a way better job. I also think that, like, if, like, we only had that happening in Scream 6, we would have been like, "Oh, wait,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on?"
I see.
Like,
Yeah.
it just needed to, like, set a little foundation, but there was, like, so much CGI Billy in Scream 5. It was,
It was
like,
too
a
much. This was
lot.
like a little bit, and it made sense when she like
Yeah.
picked up his old knife that she would be thinking about him and he would appear
Yes.
to her.
And she also, at this point now, has, like, brutally killed someone.
That's true. That's
So it's
true.
like that
Yeah.
had kind of been a thing where she's like, "Am I a violent person?
Yeah.
Like, am I like a psychopath like my dad?" And had been like, and then
Yeah.
and that is what she was talking about in therapy, right? Was I don't know, it felt kinda nice to to be a little
Yeah.
vigilante killer, I don't know.
Uh.
What do I do with this? Where do I put it? Do I tuck it in my back pocket and ignore it? Like, I don't know. Yeah,
I feel like she just needs to talk to Sydney, not a therapist.
I agreed. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the therapist was just like, "So you're a murderer, you have to go
Yeah.
now." And then he died as he should. And I feel like that is
Yes.
actually like, there's a lot of incredible therapists out there, but there's also, several who
Oh,
would just have that
sure.
reaction where they just would be like, "Yeah, no, you gotta go."
Yeah. Well, he got stabbed in the face, so
Yeah, yeah,
that was
he
like right in
paid
the
the
cheek, right? It's
it
just a
was
cheek
it
stabbing.
was a whole yeah, there were some tough times in this
Yes.
one.
Yes.
I wanna, dive into act 3, and I wanna kick this off by one of my other favorite lines. So, just to set the scene for this line, we did get the whole meta discussion with the friend group and Mindy explaining, like, that we're now in a franchise, which also it's like Scream 6, like, "Yeah, we're in a franchise."
Yeah, you
Like,
were
okay,
before, lady.
we're establishing that now. And yeah, and who knows what you said, like, stab 17, like, who knows what
Yeah.
stab they're on in the metaverse. But she talks about how the stakes are upped and, there's gonna be more violence, more this, more action, blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah, setting up all the things that this movie tried to deliver for us. And, also says that there are going to be beheadings and, like, I think it was Chad in that moment who was like, "Beheadings?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then in act 3, one of the Ghostface, like, knocks the head off of a mannequin,
Oh, I
and
didn't even notice
Chad
that.
looks over and yells, "Beheadings!" So good.
Chad
Like
was great in this one.
oh, he's so good, he's so good, and for the first time, poor Chad, we get 2 ghost faces attacking at once.
Yes.
And we get the little, like, they stab Chad horribly, it's
I know.
awful, and then but then it's really fun and cool as they start walking towards Tara and Sam, and they do the, like, in unison knife clean.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
good, love that. I'm just eating it. I'm eating this movie up.
Yeah.
They're
It was
spooning it to me,
great.
they're making fun of me, they're delivering all these, like, unrealistic little things just for my pleasure, and I'm like, "I'm loving it. I'm loving it over here." Oh my gosh, but then we get to the ghost face reveal, and I've gotta
Mhm.
say, this is where the movie, as usual with the Scream franchise, goes a little off the rails for me.
Yeah.
It's like, this part just made no sense to me, kind of, like, across the board. Nothing about it made sense to me.
No.
Um, the Quinn reveal surprised me. I fell for the, like,
Totally.
thinking she was murdered.
Well, how could you fall for that, Ashley?
I know, it's shocking. I guess, like, in hindsight, like, Detective Bailey was obvious throughout, so obvious that when he is revealed to be one of the killers, he says, "Yeah, of course it's
Yeah.
me."
It's
Something
so
really
good.
silly. So silly. And then Ethan,
Yeah.
I
He was, like,
mean,
kinda lame the whole movie, which he was supposed to
super
be, but,
lame,
like
but then he turns into this, like, venomous asshat. Like, I know this is a thing with all of the ghost faces where they totally fool us, right? They act like they're just another person. They're just anyone else. They didn't do nothing wrong. And
Yeah.
then they reveal themselves as ghost face and they turn into like complete and utter psychopath. But his was like kind of jarring for me still.
I
I was
would
like, you
argue
need to
that
calm down.
Stu was kind of a psychopath through the whole movie.
He was unhinged the entire
Yes.
time. You're right. You're right. So, but every other one.
Where is Ghost Stu? Why don't we get Ghost Stu?
He's back in Scream 7, so buckle up. I have no idea in what capacity. Should I have just let that not
I'm
let
so
you Okay, no,
excited.
you're excited. I was like, I hope I didn't just ruin that for you, but it's, like, out there. He's
Wow.
on the cast list.
Oh my god, this is phenomenal news.
I know,
It
this
can't
is
come soon
aren't you
enough.
so glad that we did this?
Yes.
That you get to join me on this? Like, I would have been just going to Scream 7, watching it myself, like, having to, like, scroll through Instagram to see what people are talking about, but now
We
we
get
get to talk about it.
it.
You're here
Yes.
with me. I love it. I love it. Okay, back to the ridiculousness of Scream 6. So, we have Quinn, Ethan, and Detective Bailey. So, I really enjoyed Dermot Mulroney's performance overall. I thought it was, like, very silly. I couldn't tell, though, at times if his acting was genius or, like, kinda shitty.
You see, like, I'm going with genius because I think on a rewatch, it's gonna all, like, fit together for me.
It's okay. My first impression was, like, I think he just, like, really just couldn't pull off this character, but now that I've rewatched it, I'm like, was he? Because now that you know he's Ghostface, I'm thinking of when Quinn dies
Yeah.
and he would die dies,
Dies,
and
yes.
he's, like, supposed to be a grieving he's now lost 2 children, right? We
Yeah.
already know that there's some other
Yeah.
mysterious brother who's
Yes.
died, and then, he loses Quinn, and he's just kind of, like seems like he's, like, fake crying and, like,
Yeah.
they took me off the case, and I'm like, "Wouldn't you be, like, in a heap?" Like,
Right?
in a heap somewhere? But then when
See,
you
it's
realize
on purpose.
he's, like, faking being sad, I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe this is kinda genius, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think
It
it is.
yeah, people thought he was really bad on the internet, like, a lot of
Well, people
people.
are wrong. I loved him this whole movie.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, okay. So, let me just try to figure out these ghost faces here.
Okay.
So Scream 5, we had the love interest and the unhinged sidekick, just like the Scream OG.
Okay.
So then
Yeah.
Scream 6 by virtue would be playing off of Scream 2, right? Where the main character is off to college.
Okay.
Happened in
Okay,
Scream 2.
Mindy. Yeah.
Oh my god, I am the Mindy of the podcast, aren't
Yeah,
I?
she, like,
No wonder I
literally
love
goes
Mindy
through
so much.
this. Yes.
Okay. So so by virtue, right? So the killer in Scream 2 is Nancy Loomis, so a family
Yeah.
member of one of the
Right.
killers from the first one.
I mean,
So
a
if we just
parent of
were
one of the killers.
uh, okay, yeah, take it a step further, right?
Yeah.
So we're really not straying. We don't know
No.
that they're family, and that's
That's the reveal.
the whole reveal, right? Is that like I guess if we were paying attention and like thinking it through, we would have known, okay, this is just gonna be someone from Richie's family, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
In this movie as the ghost face killer. What I am not understanding here is how no one would know anything about his family. No one would see a picture of his dad. No one would know that he's a law enforcement officer. There'd be
Yeah.
no sad family photo or like what happened to our son. They wouldn't be
Well, especially,
interviewed.
like, this is all tied into a massively famous film franchise.
Right. Like this would have been all
Yeah.
over the news.
Agreed.
Gale found this mystery museum that the police couldn't find, but
But
she couldn't
not
figure
the
out that.
dad.
Right. And in Scream 2, they explain why she didn't recognize Nancy Loomis. They, said
Yes.
something about her getting work done and being on
Yeah.
a weight loss journey or something. But
Oh, the 90s.
right. But here we're just like, I don't know, like Ethan had a different last name or like I mean,
Yeah.
obviously like something whack was going on with this family. Like
Yes.
the
They're
fact that you are
unhinged.
all so unbelievably unhinged is really something, but I don't know. It just felt like a bit of a stretch, especially in whatever this came out like
But
2023.
is there anything more true to the Scream franchise than having to twist yourself into knots to explain a killer's motive and all of the logistics that have to go into that?
Yeah, this is what I need for Scream 7 is just to have a ghost face reveal and I'm just like, "Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you." But if we're going off of the same, train of thought, so in Scream 3, it's Sydney's family member who we don't know, her half brother who ends up being the
Right.
killer. So in
Yeah.
this one, we've got her husband and we've got her daughter, Tatum.
Mhm.
So maybe one of them is the killer. I cannot believe that it would be her husband. Also, I think it's really funny that they in Scream 5, she says that like Mark is her husband, and so we're like made to believe that it's Mark from Scream 3, McDreamy.
Oh, right.
But then they must have not been able to get him for Scream 7. So now like her husband's name is still Mark, but it's just like some
So do
other
you think
guy.
it's, like, meant to be the same character? Like, is it gonna be,
Yes.
like, this detective, or is
No,
it
no,
just gonna
no.
be
No.
another dude named
Different last
Mark?
name. Yeah, different last name. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love
So they're just like,
it.
it's just a coincidence. Don't
You
pay
you
attention to
you
the man behind
go.
the curtain.
You go, Scream.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We're just like, yeah, it happens. Okay. All right. But you're right. You're right.
It's how they do it, and they we've talked about this, like, it is hard to predict who the killer is in Scream, and that's because
Yes.
it doesn't follow logic. So
Yeah.
how could you
I
predict
know.
it?
That is what is so tricky is because
Yeah.
it would either like and that is with any mystery, right? Walking the
Yeah.
line between being obvious and being like, yeah, I obviously saw the twist coming, and then like, actually
Yeah.
having the twist make sense. I feel like they make the twist make sense in terms of an explanation, but then it's like, don't stop and think about it
Yeah,
too hard, okay?
yeah,
You'll be
which,
in trouble.
for the record, is the choice that I have made here. I have not stopped to think about it more because I greatly enjoyed this movie, and I
Yeah.
will leave it in that space.
We can move on. We can move right on to one of the last positive points I want to bring up about this movie, which is that Sam gets the upper hand. Sam and Tara get the upper hand, and they've now killed Quinn and Ethan. It's just Detective Bailey left, and in good old Scream franchise fashion, Sam takes the time to put on the cloak,
Yep,
put on the mask,
indeed.
make the phone call. They're out here fighting for their lives.
Yep,
Fighting
yep.
for their
And
lives.
none of that gave her any advantage in this.
Never does. Never I guess when Sydney does it in the original, she has called the police. And so
Yeah,
then she's just like, I'm just telling you in like a kind of theatrical way that I called
yeah,
the police on your
yeah.
sorry asses. But this, yeah, no, no, no. She's just having a good time. She's like, you know what? I'm going to live it up
Mhm,
for a minute here.
mhm. Indeed.
Oh, man. So of course, they prevail. Interestingly, Sam is kind of trying to show some restraint, and Tara is like giving her the look like, no, no.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
Tara has murdered some
It's
people.
true.
Well, she murdered people in Scream
I
5 too.
think
She ended up
so.
officially ending Amber.
Right.
Amber came back.
Right.
Yes.
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 Yes, they always come back.
They always
Yes.
come back, but I don't know. Overall, great movie, great time. I love it.
It really was. It had no slow points. The end was a mess like usual, but like the
Yes.
characters were great, the lines were great, the setting was awesome and refreshing.
Yeah, well done. Surprisingly well done.
Yeah.
I thought that it was gonna be super cheesy too, being in New York City.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun, and I told you, I think last episode, how people were like, "It wasn't actually shot in New York," and you can tell. Come on.
See, like, what I would say to that is something that actually felt like super true to me was I loved that the kids were living in these like super small old apartments.
Yeah.
They didn't give us that nonsense where everybody has these sprawling apartments like the size of Gale's when you're
Yes,
18 years old. Like I like it felt
totally.
like I only lived in New York for a year, but like I it felt like New York to me. I never would have
I
guessed it
know.
wasn't filmed in New York.
I thought I captured the vibe. Yeah, someone who
Yeah.
also isn't, I guess, for if you're a real true New Yorker,
There's
some
also,
things
like,
could.
so many different parts of New York. Those people can suck
I
it.
know. Yeah, yeah. I think they're just kind of. We can just say that they're wrong in this case.
Yes,
It's not that big
yes.
of a deal. I think they did a good job with that. And we also have the core four. Somehow, Chad. He's got good blood, good genes.
Yeah.
It's like
I have
pulling through.
no problem with the fact that they let the core 4 survive. I
No, me
loved that.
neither.
So we're gonna go see Scream 7, which will come out the day after this podcast episode comes out, but viewers, we still have to wait, viewers. Nobody's watching our videos. Listeners,
Hey.
we will have to wait a few weeks from when we record because it's not in theaters yet, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be a time.
It will be a time.
That's all I have to say. It'll be a time.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about next week, and that will not conclude our Scream series because we will have a bonus episode for paid subscribers. But then that will conclude our Scream
franchise discussion. Yeah, what a journey.
Screamapalooza. Stabathon. This was our Stabathon.
This was our Stabathon. We're saying we want to have a Stabathon, and we did it. We did it, people. Stay frosty out there. I don't even know what the actual line is. You're like, just stop, make it end. What did she say? Stay frosty. Stay frosty. Okay, Kirby, we'll stay frosty. It's cold outside,
Kirby.
Too.
It's so cold.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Stay frosty. Just keep saying it. Stay frosty. Just stay frosty, everybody.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.